Greetings, you're listening to the Cold Call Lawcast, the Minnesota Law School podcast featuring students from the University of Minnesota Law School, the University of St. Thomas School of Law, and the Mitchell-Hamlin School of Law. Welcome back to the Cold Call Lawcast. Right now we wanted to get back with our guests, Ellen and Jacob, and talk about TORT. So can you guys tell us a little bit about TORT, what it is and what is the history at the University of Minnesota?
Yeah, it's a student organization. It stands for Theater of the Relatively Talentless. I think it's been around since 2002, maybe. Yeah, this is the 17th production. Our first show was called The Wizard of Fritz. I know this. It was a takeoff of The Wizard of Oz.
Who was Fritz in that case?
Fritzy Mondale. This is Walter Mondale. So that's where it comes from. And I think there were some predecessors. There was like an improv group and maybe another theater group, and that all sort of came together to be TORT, and now we perform at the Pantages Theatre downtown. It's 2 nights. You can buy actual tickets.
Oh, it's at Pantages
it's
this
at
year.
Pantages.
Whoa,
yeah.
Stepping out.
Give us the exact time and dates of the show.
Yeah, so it's Friday, Saturday, March 29th and 30th, 7 p.m. You can buy tickets at the door. They're $17 if you have a student ID. And it is
University of Minnesota
any
student ID or just any student ID?
A valid student ID.
Okay.
And I mean, it's always kind of a raucous night of fun. Encourage maybe get a drink beforehand.
Or 2.
It'll make us funnier.
We encourage that for people that listen to our podcast too.
Yeah, no, that's more like 5+.
And come out and see us, and there's some very talented failed actors turned students. So
some great singers too.
Yeah.
Yes, great singers all around. I'm not a singer, so.
What do you do?
I'm a feature dancer.
Oh.
And treasurer.
Well, you're the treasurer of TORT, the student organization.
Yes. Yes.
And then a dancer for the performance.
You're
not like
Do you dance with a cash box?
Yes. Money, please.
And so, why did the two of you decide to get involved with TORT?
I joined because I was pressured very strongly by the director, and I, wanted to make good friends, which has been generally the theme that I've had. Made plenty of friends, and it's wonderful. It's a big time commitment, but it's overall worth it, I think.
Were you a dancer? Yeah, I know you were talking when you were here before about how you loved like going to concerts and shows and stuff.
Going to raves.
We've gone to raves. So were you a dancer? Did you consider yourself a dancer before?
No.
So TORT helped open up that side of you?
No, my last year was my first performance, and I did not audition to be a feature dancer. I was in the chorus because I wanted to do as little possible, but I was approached because they needed another male feature dancer, and they needed someone tall. And yeah.
So how'd they find you then? I mean, gosh.
I don't know. They had to crawl around on the ground. It was... Tall jokes.
And so, Ellen, why did you decide to get involved with TORT?
I was always kind of a theater nerd. That was like the fun thing for me in college. And there's just a very interesting intersection of theater nerds and law students.
Weird group.
Yeah, it is a weird group.
If it's a Venn diagram, it's basically a circle, right?
Yeah. And then just like add on top of that people who are obsessed with Hamilton, and it's like you're right there. So yeah, I mean, it was just sort of a social pressure, and I was looking for a way to make friends as a 1L.
Seems to be the theme is friend making.
I mean, there's like 75 people involved in it usually, so it's a pretty wide network
of students.
Or, yeah.
so involved in like putting on the production.
Yep. We have about 60 people on stage, and then sort of 15 people who do support stuff. So first year,
super easy to coordinate.
Yeah, really. I have a lot of spreadsheets.
Oh my gosh, I bet.
So yeah, first year I was on stage, and then they were looking for somebody to do more administrative stuff, and that's what I do now.
And so are you also an actor in the show on the 29th and 30th?
No, not. I haven't been on stage for the past 2 years. Just it would be too much, I think. I do.
Puppet master?
Yeah, puppet master. That's really. I'm building like a cult. I've been. Like,
it's called law school. Yeah.
Yeah, like my dream job is cult leader, probably.
Oh.
So I'm laying the foundation early.
Yeah, no, I think you probably have some acolytes.
Yeah,
with TORT.
I've heard you can make some money. So.
Among other things, yeah.
According to the great creed from The Office.
Yeah,
You make more money as a leader, but you have more fun as a follower.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, my own, I think I'm the only of all. Yeah, no, you guys haven't seen it, but I did go last year.
Gunner, yeah.
Yes, I went to Top Gunner last year.
Okay.
It was excellent. I had a great time.
Thank you.
It was both a good show, and it's just like one of those really fun law community events. Like, you know, the professors come, but also like people from the wider community come, like lawyers from all over. It's not just, it's not like confined to U of M. Anyone's welcome. Obviously, now they're having it off campus at Pantages even.
Even people from St. Thomas
absolutely.
can go?
So we're not allowed to make fun of you guys anymore, so it's a safe space.
Yeah.
Wait, you guys make fun of us?
All the
there
time.
to make
No,
fun
I'm just
of?
kidding. No, most of our jokes are about Iowa this year, so.
Oh, yeah. So everyone loves making fun of Iowa. And it's a lot of, like, actually, Mitch, you would love it because a lot of it is like, if you're a 1L, I think it's probably funniest to 1Ls maybe, where it's like all of these law terms that are jokes that, like, you feel like you're in the secret club now because you understand them.
Nice.
Yeah, but I went with a group of friends, had a couple drinks. It was awesome. And I plan to attend again this year. Some people are like crazy about it. Like some people go both nights every year and are like
good for
super
them.
into
Yeah,
it.
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just need to figure out if I'm going to go Friday or Saturday because sometimes it changes a little bit.
Yeah.
Night to night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Cameos
it's
will change.
Yeah, cameos will change and stuff. So.
Are you guys able to give us any insider information on who will cameo? Or are these really tight-lipped?
No. I mean, they're a little tight-lipped, but I think we can. It's like it's in my purview to tease some of these things. So, this year we're welcoming back Judge Thunheim for his cameo. This is like maybe his 10th year cameoing, something like that. So, I'm very excited to have him back.
And also, you guys can continue to make fun of Mitchell Hamlin. That's a fine goal too.
Are you
It's
allowed
justified.
to?
It's justified. You can do it if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, Iowa's the easiest target, you know, so.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some Iowa jokes this year.
How have you guys talked a little bit about, you know, building friendships? Is there anything else that TORT has helped you with in your experience at law school?
Yeah, I mean, it's also got, I think, a pretty strong and committed alumni network. So it's also really nice to just know that, you know, there's something beyond law school and that people, you know, are making it in the world. Right? You know,
there's life after law school.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I think that's also been a big plus for me is having connections with people who are done with law school, but we still have a meaningful shared experience.
I don't know, for me, the experience, maybe it hasn't helped. Like, I wouldn't say that it's made a big impact on networking or classes, but it's just made, like, it's a lot of self-deprecating humor, and it just makes fun of a lot of those tropes that you see in law school a lot, like the gunners, like those people that you absolutely hate. And so, a lot of jokes
or
like
those
that.
people that you are, but that you also hate because you hate yourself. That
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So it's kind of like exercising some demons, but, you know,
Yeah.
some mental health demons.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
When you talk about gunner, are we referring to like the people that always have the answer to the question, or do we think it's more, or do we no that one's not, or is it just someone who like asks the professor very in-depth and complex questions, Or is it both?
I think it's like your first year Hermione Granger, right? It's not having the answer or like being curious. I think those are both good things. It's like the sort of insufferable know-it-all quality that's the worst.
Yeah, first hand up every time, like that kid. This might be you. Who knows?
I don't think it's me. I don't think
Yeah.
it's me. I think in my tort class I knew a guy that was that, but I don't think it's me.
Oh, you do? You gonna name your tort
everybody's
gunner?
gotta-
There's always a guy. I'm not gonna
Everybody's
name
got
him.
a gunner.
There's always a guy in torts.
Yeah.
No. None of them joined Tort.
Oh yeah.
No.
Can you tell us a little bit about the theme of this production and give us a little insight?
Sure. So it's a parody of Beauty and the Beast, and in the spirit, I think, of all live-action Disney remakes, it is significantly worse.
I thought the Beauty and the Beast remake was excellent.
Okay,
so-
cool. Come to the show.
Right up your alley.
Right up your alley. Yeah. So that's the general theme, and I think the general feel of the show. I think my favorite gag, which I can also tease, is the wolves in Beauty and the Beast.
Mhm.
Okay, and how they like attack Belle. So we've changed those into pre-law undergrads, being very raucous about their LSAT scores. So
Oh, awesome.
Easy now. My undergrad was in legal studies with a paralegal certificate, and my LSAT was still garbage.
Yeah, I've been walking through flocks. They're doing a lot of tours like these last couple of weeks. I've
They
been
really
just shoving elbows out, going through the hallways. Like, hopefully, I'll convince some of them not to come here.
I mean, this is what the admissions committee likes to hear.
I mean, we gotta,
For
you
sure.
know, otherwise they'll just be disappointed that they don't get in. Like, I'm just doing them a favor.
Good point.
Just kidding. I'm very nice. I smile and tell them that it's the best decision ever.
Why are you shaking your head so much? I don't get it. Your head is down.
Are you able to like reenact a short piece as a teaser, or is that like way too much?
Neither of them are singers or actors.
You could just
Could
do
you
that.
dance and we
Yeah.
put us dance for us, Jacob,
You don't have
please?
to.
Can we stipulate for the record that I danced?
Very
Sure.
beautiful, fluid dancing happening right now. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
Wow.
Yikes.
yeah.
All right.
Yes, thank you for the beautiful dance
Thank
that
you,
you
guys.
did. That was great.
Okay, so
But- final plug for Tort.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, March 29th and 30th, 7 p.m. at the Pantages Theatre in downtown Minneapolis. We would love to see you there.
Welcome back to Cold Call. Right now, we're going to play a game with Jacob and Ellen. We're going to test your judicial trivia knowledge here with Cold Call. And if you get the question wrong to this judicial trivia question, you'll have to pull out of the cup of shame. And so it has some great questions in there for you guys. So now first, Ellen, how has cold call, you're a 3L, how has cold calling been through your entire experience?
I've had some bad ones. It gets easier every year because you get better at bullshit, right? But like, and I think just more confident that like, if you don't know the answer, that's okay. Just be
don't
honest
care.
about it. Yeah, you learn how to be honest with professors and not feel terrible. I think my first cold call in Civ Pro, I just didn't say anything for about 30 seconds.
Oh yeah, those feel to me the
Yeah.
worst when they just don't say anything.
Yeah. And, well, and I think I knew the answer. Like I'm thinking back on it. Like I think I knew what was going on. I just didn't make words.
I think it really depends on the professor too, because